Hi guys, I'm Dan and welcome to a brand new video, and today I'm going to show you about 20 Jurassic Park and Jurassic World action figures, okay? So some of these action figures, they're like super old, all the way back in 1993, okay? So they're like over 20 years old, 2 decades, can you believe that? And of course we have some 2015 and 2016 Jurassic World action figures. So I'm going to do like a comparison between the older toys and the newer toys, okay? And in this video I'm gonna let you guys know what I want to see in the new Jurassic World 2 toys, okay? So let's get started with the first dinosaur, okay? Okay, so the first action figure will be this awesome T-Rex. This is actually known as the Thrasher T-Rex. All the way back in 1993, as you guys can see, it has the very vintage JP logo over here, really fantastic, JP29. This T-Rex is pretty cool. You can actually bend the tail, and the neck will actually move sideways, so that's pretty cool. So what I like about this T-Rex is the awesome details, as you guys can see. Incredible details on the inside of the mouth. Really fantastic details. Even the creases on the body is really well made, so you guys can see the muscle definition. And this is like made 20 years ago, so if back then the guys can create toys with such details, I wonder why the toys nowadays are really lacking in details. Okay, so what I want to see in Jurassic World 2 toys is something of this quality from Canada. So hopefully Mattel will be able to come up with such quality toys, okay? Next one, this one over here is a Stegosaurus. This is actually pretty cool. JP24, also of super old Jurassic Park Stegosaurus. This is actually very nice, but there's actually not much playability on this, except for just pressing the plates together like this. And the tail will actually swing sideways, okay? But it is not working very well right now, as this guy has been played for a long time, okay? Next one, another Stegosaurus, but this is actually one of the poorest made models from the JP line, okay? As the accuracy of this Stegosaurus is not really well done. As you guys know, Stegosaurus has 4 spikes at the end of the tail, and this one looks like it only has like 2 to 3 spikes, okay? So that is pretty inaccurate. And in the positioning of the neck, the head, the ratio, it's pretty off. But still, this is actually a pretty classic Stegosaurus model, okay? Action figure. There's actually this dino damage wound patch, which is actually missing. I lost it when I was a kid, okay? So I'm gonna place this over here next to the T-Rex, and let's have a look at, let me see, okay? This one over here, this is actually a Velociraptor, and this is actually made by Hasbro. And I must say, this Velociraptor actually looks much better than the 2015 model. Is this 2015 or 2012? I can't. Oh, this is JW, so this is definitely 2015. As you guys can see, I don't really like the posture of this Velociraptor is like overly exaggerated, and it can't really stand very well, okay? This one over here definitely looks much better, I feel. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, definitely I would prefer the older Hasbro toys, which I feel they have done a pretty good job, okay? So what this Velociraptor can do is that can actually press both legs together like this, and the neck will just move up and down, okay, with the mouth open. So pretty cool. JP06. If you guys want to know more about this dinosaur, you can actually just Google JP06 Velociraptor, okay? And this one is actually a 2015 Jurassic World Velociraptor. It comes with this electronic sound, okay? So when you press this button, it will actually produce roar. I'm not too sure why the battery has run out so fast, okay? I'm not a big fan of this, as I do not like the posture of it, the pose, okay, whatever you call that. Oops. That is the sound of the Indominus Rex, okay? Hybrid Indominus Rex. The sound is pretty loud and pretty annoying, okay? Next, let's have a look at this. This is actually a young T-Rex, also from Hasbro, I think. Let me see. Yes, this should be another Hasbro model, but pretty well done as well, okay? I actually like the kind of like neutral pose of this dinosaur. So this is the young T-Rex. It came with this bandage over here, which is actually lost when I was a kid as well, okay? So if you guys go on eBay, you can actually find this figure, maybe like about 50 USD, okay? So Hasbro has done a pretty good job in the past. So yep, in the past I mean like 1997, okay, like 20 years ago. So this one over here, it's also from Hasbro, and let me check. This is actually a 1997 model right over here, okay. And what dinosaur is this? Is this like a Chasmosaurus? I think so. It's pretty weird because I remember Chasmosaurus was not featured in any of the JP movies, okay. But this model is actually pretty well done. I love the details, and you can actually move the leg backwards, and the neck will actually move as well. So that's pretty cool. It's like a rampaging kind of action. Okay. I'm gonna place this guy on top of the volcano. Okay. So next, let's move on with maybe let's see. This one is actually like a remake. Okay, it's a JP T-Rex. I think this is like a 2012 model, if I remember correctly. So it comes with sound. There's a button over here. So once you press it, it will produce a roar, but that sound just sounds really weird. Okay, I'm gonna place it closer to the mic so that you guys can hear. The roar is just weird, okay? It sounds like a raptor, I'm not too sure. It doesn't sound like a T-Rex for sure. Okay, there's actually another button over here. So once you press it, the mouth will open up and will produce another weird roar. Listen to this. It is just weird. Okay, so this is a T-Rex. There are actually a lot of bootleg versions of this T-Rex. I've actually have one of them, which looks better than this in terms of the paintwork. Next, this one over here, another JP remake of a Velociraptor. Similarly, I do not like the pose. It is too I would prefer a neutral pose, I would say. Okay, so this one is actually electronic as well. So there's like two buttons. One is near the tail. The other one is actually over here, so you can actually push this button backwards. So you guys can see like the claws moving. Okay, the roar of this raptor is actually better than the T-Rex, I would say. But in terms of colors, I feel it's a little bit too exaggerated. I would prefer something like this. Okay, this one is actually from Peppo. This is actually much more realistic. Okay, since we are on this topic, what I want to see from Jurassic World 2 toys, I'm pretty aware that there should be like two different target audience. One would be like the kids and one would be like the collectors. So for the kids, I'm pretty sure they're gonna produce like toys. So I think it is okay for them to come up with like action figures like this. But what I want to see from Jurassic World 2 toys will be like a line or a series of really cool models, realistic models, like the ones from Peppo, like this. I think that would be super awesome to come up with really realistic models, and quality like Peppo quality, or maybe like PNSO T-Rex. Okay, so if Jurassic World 2 toys can come up with a line that looks really realistic for us collectors, that will be super awesome. Okay, so what I want to see are two lines. One will be like action figures and one line will be like realistic models. Okay, that will really go well into my collection shelf. Okay, so let's move on. We have another Triceratops. This one actually looks very cool. Okay, it comes with this dino damage wound patch, which is still intact. Okay, which I'm pretty glad. Okay, the condition of this Triceratops, considering it's like 20 years old, it's still pretty good. Okay, take a look at this. It's actually pretty good. Okay, so what I like about this Triceratops, firstly, the details on this figure. Okay, this entire action figure is actually made of rubber. Okay, with of course the parts are plastic and stuff. The whole texture of it is really rubbery, really nice. The details on it is really fantastic. Take a look at this. You can't find this in any of the modern day action figures. Okay, I mean action figures, not models. So you can actually press the center portion of the body, and the Triceratops will actually go into this rampaging head movement like this, ready for battle. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's this wooden patch over here. So yep, pretty cool. Somehow this wooden patch, it's still here, which I'm really glad. Okay, so this is JP0, is that 8? Yeah, JP08. Okay, super cool. I love this a lot. Definitely one of my favorite Triceratops model. So now we are going into the new Jurassic World toys. I almost said Jurassic World 2. Okay, so let's review this hybrid rampage Indominus Rex. Okay, so if you guys want to get, a Jurassic World toy or rather action figure, this is the one you should get. Okay, because basically the rest are pretty much not that good. Okay, so if you guys want to get one, I think this should be the one that you should be getting. Okay, I think this is like the last Hasbro dinosaur from Jurassic World. Okay, so as you guys have known, I've done a lot of reviews on this figure over here. So it's pretty cool. You can actually press this button right in the middle of the body, and yellow spikes will actually spring right up from its body like this. So let's take a look. Okay, what I don't like about this figure is that it is really loud, and it actually roars with the slightest movement. Okay, so if you place it in your cupboard or your shelf and you accidentally touches it, it will just create a loud roaring sound, and that can be pretty annoying. Okay, so this guy over here has a standing issue. You can't really stand very well as usual. Okay, but not as bad as the other Indominus Rex, which I'm gonna show you. Okay, so let me just try to balance this. Okay, right over here, huge Indominus Rex, and the other one, okay, the original Indominus Rex, not the hybrid rampage version. This is also pretty cool. You can actually how do you do this? So you can actually move the arms downwards. Wait a minute, is that like spider web? No, just like some string. Okay, so what I like about this is that once you pull pushes the hand downwards like this, it'll actually produce a really loud roar. And as you guys know, the Indominus Rex is able to open its mouth really wide, much wider than a T-Rex. So I think this toy sort of like capture this trait very well. So you guys can see this body over here is being lighted up with some red lights, some glowing red lights. Okay, so that is pretty cool. So let me just try this again. Yep, the red lights just turn on by itself after the roar is being made. Okay, this portion over here is made of rubber, but as you guys can see, it is nowhere as detailed as the T-Rex over here. Okay, it is pretty sloppy, I would say, in terms of details, but still a pretty cool model. But this guy is the guy which has really huge standing problems. Okay, you can actually stand this by doing this. You can't stand in a neutral position, you have to stand it really upright like this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here. This guy might fall anytime, really anytime. Okay, it's causing some standing issues for this Indominus Rex. Okay, I'm just gonna rest this guy on the floor. Okay, next let's see this one over here. This one is actually a mini T-Rex, mini Indominus Rex, a hybrid Indominus Rex. It actually came with this helmet, really weird helmet, but this is definitely not a nice model, I would say. Okay, but still in a way not too bad. You know, as you know, Indominus Rex toys are actually really hard to find. Okay, so this is one of them. There's actually another Indominus Rex which looks exactly the same, so let's have a comparison. These two are the same, so yep, just with a different paint. Okay, so this is an Indominus Rex with chomping action. This is the Indominus Rex with chomping action, and this is actually the hybrid Indominus Rex with chomping action. Okay, so basically just, you know, with a different paint and with some accessories. Okay, next let's see this T-Rex. It's pretty well known. Okay, but I feel it looks really comical. Okay, so this is a T-Rex with chomping action. So there's a button on it at the top of the body, so once you press it, the jaw will just go open and close, open and close. This guy has actually been used in many dinosaur movies on YouTube. Okay, pretty popular figure, as you know, because of his mouth. Can really make a lot of funny movies with it. Okay, place this over here. Okay, standing issue once again, really hard to balance all this dinosaurs. Okay, done. The next one, Indominus Rex, and this is actually from the Indominus Rex versus the Gyrosphere playset. So it came with this dino damage patch as well, so you can actually battle it with the T-Rex. So once the T-Rex managed to land a blow on his body like this wound patch will just snap open up. Okay, so you can actually move the tail downwards, and the neck and the mouth will just move as well. Okay, what I don't like about this action figure is the screw holes. They look really distracting, I feel. Okay, next, so that is what I do not want to see in Jurassic World 2 toys, screw holes. Okay, next one, Mosasaurus. Okay, this is actually pretty cool if they actually create this in a more neutral position rather than, you know, like an upright position. But I guess they want to simulate, or rather, you know, do like a movie accurate action figure. As you guys know, the Mosasaurus always jumps up from the water to, like, you know, feed on like the pterosaurs, the humans, and the Indominus Rex. Okay, yep, so as you guys can see, you can actually move. I'm not too sure why it isn't working. Okay, so yep, you're supposed to move the flippers like this. So what you guys can do is that you hold Mosasaurus like this and move it upwards and push the flippers back, and the mouth will just snap right open. Okay, next, mini T-Rex with chomping action. Similarly, it has the wound patch, which I'm not a huge fan of. So basically you can move the tail backwards like this, the neck will just move, and you can also move the tail sideways, and the jaw will just open and close. The last figure that we have, it's a pterosaur, or rather a dimorphodon. It has sounds, okay? It's a button on top of it with the dino damage as well. So once you press this button, you can see some lights, you can hear some sounds as well. There's another type of sound for this dimorphodon, which is when you press both the legs, the hind legs together like this. So the wings will actually flap, but they are actually not working very well right now. Okay, this one is actually slightly damaged. This one is still pretty good. The right wing, the left wing is like pretty much damaged. Okay, I'm not too sure why. The sounds are still working perfectly. Okay. Not anymore, as you guys can hear. There's no more sound. Probably this just ran out of battery. Okay, it's working again. Really weird. Okay, yep. So that's all the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park action figures over here. So which one is your favorite? From me, it's pretty simple. The Thrasher T-Rex is my favorite. If I were to choose one from the Jurassic World series, it would definitely be the hybrid Rampage Indominus Rex. Okay, yep. So that's all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and if you do, just give it a thumbs up, share it, leave me a comment. You guys know I read every single comment, and I'll try my best to reply to each and every one of you as soon as possible. Okay, and if you are not a subscriber yet, why not subscribe? Hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I upload a video. Okay, thanks for your amazing support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Goodbye.